Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Children, now you are going to learn the third topic, that is nationalism in India. In an earlier textbooks, you have read about the growth of nationalism in India up to the first decade of the 28th century. In this chapter, we will pick up the story from the 1920s and study the non-cooperation and civil disobedience movements. We will explore how the Congress sought to develop the national movement, how different social groups participated in the movement, and how nationalism captured the imagination of people. In the first unit, we are going to see about the First World War, Khilafat and non-cooperation movement. The First World War happened in 1914 to 1918. It is a turning point in the history of national movement and creating a new political and economic situation. National movement influenced new social group and developed new modes of struggle, offered opportunity to demand concessions from Britain, resulted in hardships. First of all, the war created a new economic and political situation. It led to the huge increase in defense expenditure, which was financed by war loans and increasing taxes. Custom duties were raised and income tax introduced. Though the warriors' prices increased, doubling between 1913 and 1918, leading to extreme hardship for the common people. Villages were called upon to supply soldiers, and the forced recruitment in rural areas caused widespread anger. Then, in 1918 and 1920-21, crops failed in many parts of India, resulting in acute shortage of food. This was accompanied by influenza epidemic. According to the census 1921, 12 to 13 million people perished as a result of famine and the epidemic. Mahatma Gandhi returned to India in January 1915. As you know, he had come from South Africa, where he had successfully fought the racist regime with a novel method of mass agitation which he called Satyagraha. A new idea of Satyagraha means a novel way of fighting the colonial rule, a mass agitation, non-aggressive and peaceful against injustice and oppression. Since India could not match Britain in force of arms, violent course would not win independence. Satyagraha means insistence of truth, not weapon of weak but of the strong, not a physical but moral force. After arriving in India, Mahatma Gandhi successfully organized Satyagraha movements in various places. In 1916, he travelled to Champaran in Bihar to inspire the peasants to struggle against the oppressive plantation system. Then, in 1917, he organized a satyagraha to support the peasants of Kedah district of Gujarat. Affected by crop failure and plague epidemic, the peasants of Kedah could not pay the revenue and were demanding the revenue collection be relaxed. In 1918, Mahatma Gandhi went to Ahmedabad to organize a satyagraha movement among the cotton mill workers. The Rowlatt Act. In 1919, the Imperial Legislative Council passed the act despite the opposition, giving the government immense power to detain political prisoners without trial and repress political activities. Response of Gandhiji wanted a non-violent civil disobedience against a repressive law. He organized a Hartal on April 6, 1919. Consequence of the Hartal: rallies were organized in various cities. Workers went on strike in railway workshops and shops were closed down. Alarmed by the popular upsurge, scared that lines of communication such as railways and telegraph would be disturbed, the British administration decided to clamp down the nationalists. Local leaders were picked up from Amritsar and Mahatma Gandhi were barred from entering of Delhi. On 10th April, the police in Amritsar fired upon peaceful procession, provoking widespread attacks on banks, police officers, and railway station. Martial law was imposed and General Dyer took command. On 13th April, the infamous Jallian Wala Bagh incident took place. On 13th April, the large crowd gathered in the enclosed ground of Jallianwala Bagh. Some came to protest against the government's new repressive measures. Others had come to attend the annual Baisakhi fair. Being from outside the city, many villagers were unaware of the martial law that had been imposed. Dyer entered the area, blocked the exit point, and opened the fire on the crowd, killing hundreds. Its object, as he declared later, was to produce a moral effort to create in the minds of Satyagrahis a feeling of terror and awe. While the Rowlatt Satyagraha had been a widespread movement, it was still limited mostly to cities and towns. Mahatma Gandhi now felt the need to launch a more broad based movement in India. One way doing this, he felt to take up the Khilafat issue. The First World War had ended with the defeat of Ottoman Turkey, and there were rumors that harsh peace treaty was going to imposed on the Ottoman Emperor, the spiritual head of the Islamic world. To defend the Caliph's temporal power, the Khilafat Committee was formed in Bombay in March 1919. A young generation of Muslim leaders like the brothers Muhammad Ali and Sauhat Ali began discussing with Mahatma Gandhi about the possibility of united mass action on the issue. Gandhiji saw this opportunity to bring Muslims under the umbrella of a unified national movement. At the Calcutta session of the Congress in September 1920, he convinced other leaders of the need to start non-cooperation movement in support of Khilafat as well as for Swaraj. In his famous book Hind Swaraj, Mahatma Gandhi declared that British rule was established in India with the cooperation of Indians and had survived only because of this cooperation. If Indians refused to cooperate, British rule in India would collapse within a year and Swaraj would come. How could the non-cooperation become a movement? Gandhiji proposed that the movement should unfold in stages. It should begin with the surrender of the titles that the government awarded and a boycott the civil services, army, police, court and legislative councils, schools and foreign goods. Then, in a case the government used repression, a full civil disobedience campaign would be launched. Through the summer of 1920, Mahatma Gandhi and Sauhat Ali toured extensively, mobilizing popular support for the movement.